Hey everybody, DoorToDoorGeek here. I was listening to a podcast. I think it was Stuff to Blow Your Mind, and they were talking about New Year's Eve resolution, New Year's resolutions science. And I said, I never created a resolution. How about I resolve to make more content? I can do that, right? I hope. Okay, I want to give you all the apps on my device right now. This is a freshly installed device, so these are the apps I just installed by default, basically. And this is probably going to be a little bit more apps than normal people are used to, so get ready. Okay. Yeah, there's the podcast, Stuff to Blow Your Mind, New Year's Resolution Science. Actually, a pretty good show. Okay, the first top four on my Google Now launcher are just there. They're duplicates, so let's start at the very top left. 1 second every day. This is an app I'm testing for the show. Basically record 1 second of video every day, and then after a while you can create montages of video. Could be cool, so I'm going to try it. Animate Share. This replaces my share menu in all my apps. Works great. I can share nearly anything to anything in Android. It works really good. Android Pay installed by default. Don't use it. Haven't used it for 2 years. See it. I might do it again. AppDragon. Great, cool app. Easy way to create list of applications. Including URLs to Google Play Store. So when I'm done doing this video, I can just come up here, click email, and I can take every single app, every single version number with URLs, and put them in the notes really easily. Or if I want to just share apps with friends, I can click icons, come up here, click copy, and then on my clipboard, I'll have these here. So that's pretty cool. Definitely like this app, AppDragon. Then we have App Hunt. This is app curation. It's kind of cool. Once in a while, I find an app I've never heard of, so I keep the app around. Next to that, we have a torrent, portable on-the-go torrent downloading app. It works okay, but I'm going to try to replace it with an app here further down the list. Barcode scanner. To me, it's a default. Should be on all devices for QR code scanning and everything else, so I still have it. After that, we have some normal apps. We have calculator. We have camera. Calendar, camera. Then I have Can I Stream It? I always keep Can I Stream It around, so because my wife or my kids say a movie or a TV show, I can open up the app, type it in, and I can see, oh, it's on Netflix right now, or it's on Amazon, or you can get it out of Redbox. So I'm definitely a fan of that app. Makes it really easy to be a super dad. Chrome for right now is my default browser. I don't like the full desktop experience in Chrome, but I am going to try to use it for a little bit longer. I do appreciate the fact that it's LastPass integration, so I will keep using it. Chromecast app I have really installed just so every couple months I can load the app, pick my device, and see what kind of deals we have. Free stuff is always good. Got to have the app installed for that. Default clock. Then we have Cloud Magic. I have Cloud Magic installed because that can access all email sources, in my opinion, that I've been able to see from Yahoo, Gmail, and Exchange, and it gives it all in the same interface. So I definitely like that app a lot. Then we have just standard contacts. And then we have Control Panel for cPanel. I keep this app around because it's a very easy way for me, while on the go, I can create email addresses for Podnutz.com. I can create FTP accounts or email forwarders or all kinds of things while on the go with this app. It's not pretty, but it does a really good job. Okay, then we have some standard apps again. Docs, downloads, and Drive. Nothing fancy there. Then we have eBay. I do use eBay every once in a while, and I do think this app interface, unfortunately, is better than the web interface, so I keep this app around. It actually works pretty good. Then we have Fast Burst Camera. This app, to me, is golden. I love this app because even when someone says, hey, do me a favor, take my picture, I can just pull up this camera, click the button, and hold it for a second, and I can have like 50 pictures to pick from instead of saying, okay, hold on, and take 2 or 3, and then you pick one. With Fast Burst Camera, you can take pictures so fast, it's really easy to make animated GIFs as well, so I keep that app installed. It works really good. Then we have Phoenix, which I always called Phoenix. People say it's the best Android Twitter client. Sure, if there is such a thing. I don't really think so. It's just a Twitter client on Android. Works pretty good. Standard default files application, nothing special. Then we have FX. FX is my file browser of choice on Android right now. It can do everything from connecting via SSH to servers, using FTP, Samba shares. It can do a whole bunch of good stuff. Has split view, multi-window view. I do have FX, and I do have the add-on and the root add-on just because it works that good. The next we have the text editor for FX, nothing fancy. Get response I have for my newsletter management needs. It's not even a very good app, but it's a good enough app, so I keep it around. Then we have Glimpse. I have Glimpse right now because my son just got a phone. I love that when I'm heading home, I can send him a glimpse, and he can watch my progress as I'm getting closer to picking him up. He loves the app, and to be honest, I love making him happy, so I have Glimpse. Then we have Google Goggles. Google Goggles to me is a great background app. I always load the app, launch it once, tell it to scan my camera pictures as well, and then I never launch it again. But if I take a picture of something that Google Goggles recognizes, it then tells me, hey, you can buy this thing 2 blocks down. So I always like Google Goggles. Then we have some more standard apps here. We have Google Now, Google Settings. Then we have Google Sky Map. That is a great, simple way to very quickly identify anomalies in the night sky. Or, like my son right now has to do a moon journal, I can quickly load the app and say, you can't see the moon right now because it's under the horizon line. So I love Google Sky Map. Some more standard apps. We have Google Plus, Hangouts, and Hangouts Dialer. I always have Hangouts Dialer installed because I like the idea of using my Google Now phone number, my Google Voice phone number from my phone or from my desktop computer. After that, we have Horizon. I love this app because when you take videos, even if you're holding your phone in portrait, the videos will be in landscape. It also means your videos might suffer less from herky-jerky movements because it's automatically keeping the horizon line. So I definitely like that app. Then we have Hound. I have Hound installed because I like competition for Google Now. And Hound is surprisingly good. Every couple weeks I use it for a couple days and it just seems to work really good. I always go back to Google Now just because it's easier, but Hound is a great competition. I can't believe it hasn't been bought yet. Then we have Humble Bundle. I keep that around because I love being notified of new bundles. Sometimes it's games, sometimes it's audiobooks, sometimes it's ebooks, sometimes it's music. It's all kinds of different things. I definitely appreciate the Humble Bundle deals. Then I have If This Then That. If you do not know about If This Then That, the If application, you really got to go get a free account and then go to YouTube and type IFTTT recipes and just see all the different things you can do with If This Then That. It's a great tool. Then I have Imager installed because I think this interface is better than the web interface. So when people send me links to Imager things, whether it be in Google Hangouts or email, I like the look of that app, so I keep it around. Works really good. Then we have Inbox, just because I got to keep up to date on how they're progressing with that application. So far, I'm very impressed where they're going with it, but I'm still not using it as my default. I do use it from time to time, but just to see what it's doing. Then I have Keep installed just because it's a default. I don't use it. Then we have LastPass. I use that for all my password management systems. Works like a charm. Works on Android like butter. Just works so great. I just hope they don't mess it up. Then we have the default app Maps. Just works. Messenger I always install because even though I only send maybe 1 or 2 text messages a month at most, I really do like the Messenger interface, so I have that around. My Bluebird, that's my banking app. Bluebird is a cooperative between Walmart and American Express. The banking is okay, nothing special, nothing fancy. The app actually works really good, so I'm a fan of it. Next up, we have My Paid Apps. I love keeping this app around because I can review things and say, okay, what are all the apps I bought? What's all the music I bought? What's all the videos that I bought from the Google Play app? With My Paid Apps, I can see all of them in one interface. I love it because once in a while I look and I find a game that I forgot I bought that I can get to my son. And he's definitely a fan of that too. Netflix. Shouldn't it just come installed on all devices? I'm just saying. So I have that. OwnCloud is my personal Dropbox. that I own, I control, works like a charm. Nothing fancy, nothing special, just rock solid, just works. I really do like it a lot. Next to that, we have Package Buddy. That's my package tracking management app. I can track everything, whether it comes from Hong Kong or UPS. Package Buddy just seems to work good. Nothing special. Not better than any other package management app. But this is the one that I just chose to use. Then we have Patreon. I always have that installed because I like keeping track of who I support and what is new that I can view or browse or listen to. So I always have Patreon installed. Next to PayPal and PayPal here. It's kind of like Netflix. PayPal needs more competition. For now, I'm using them because nobody does it better. After that, we have Periscope. Now, Periscope is almost like the app that's a little bit down further in the list, which is RAR. One is instant live video streaming, and RAR is instant live audio streaming. I keep them around just in case I get the hankering. I've only used them combined maybe 3 times, but I keep them around just in case. After that, back up to the top, we have some standard apps. Again, we have phone, photos, play games, play music, play store. Then we have Plex. Plex is like my personal Netflix. You can install the server on Windows, Mac, or Linux. Runs like a champ. You can then install the client on anything from Windows, iOS, Android. And then you have your own personal library of audio, video, or pictures. And with the Plex interface, it just works really good. I'm a fan of it. Then we have Plumble, which is a paid Mumble client for Android. Mumble is like group audio chatting. Most of the Mumble apps that are on the Play Store are basically forks of a old open source branch. It's not very pretty, and most of them don't work great. Plumble isn't beautiful, better looking, and it works really good, so I definitely like Plumble. Next, I have Pocket or Get Pocket. That's my internet bookmarking system. Anytime I want to save a link, I save it to my quote-unquote Pocket, and I can access it anywhere. Also, if this, then that, I can do Pocket integration, so I can make it so when I tag bookmarks with certain things, I can have amazing things happen, whether it's save to Evernote, send an email, save to Google Drive. Really cool service, and Get Pocket is a very clean interface. I definitely like it. Okay, after that, we have Podcast Addict. I love it because it basically really light, speed up, handles really good OPML import and export, and really good backup and restore. Right now, it's my go-to, even though I want to switch to Zcast. I'm going to be doing that soon. After that, Pushbullet. I've always had Pushbullet installed. I always will have Pushbullet installed. Really easy to share links or URLs back and forth with computers or other Android devices. Next, we have quick support from TeamViewer, and then right beneath that, remote desktop support Chrome. Okay, I use TeamViewer for my personal computers. I use Chrome Remote Desktop for my wife's Chromebook and for other friends and family whenever they need help. The combination of those two does everything I need. Okay, we go back up. RAR I already did. REC period. That's what I'm using right now to record this video. Just works really good. After that, we have Relay. That's my Reddit application right now of choice. It's nothing special, nothing fancy. Works pretty good though. Next line, we have Remote Transmission. This app is supposedly going to let me manage torrent downloads on my home computer, but manage them from this Android client. If this does what it says it can do, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to try to test this and bring it to the show, see how it looks. Next to that, Google Opinion Rewards, free money. If you like getting free Google Play credits or free money, get this app anywhere from 1 question a week to 5 questions a day, paying you anything from nothing to like $1 a pop. At any point in time, you can say, I'm not comfortable answering this question and other, or I'm not going to answer. So there's no pressure. I like free money. Ready, RHETI, I have that installed because this is an app that can make apps. I keep it installed so I don't forget about it because I really need to devote the time to play with it and see what kind of apps I can create with it. Next line, Scribble Lite. This is what enables my screen to be on for a very long period of time until I put my phone down flat, and then Scribble will turn the screen off. A big fan of Scribble. Then we have a goofy application called Scroll Capture. It's basically a web browser where if you share a link to it, you can take a screenshot and it will be along the entire page. So it can literally be like 10 page downs lengths of a scroll capture. If you want to do like a long print screen, I think that's pretty cool. Next, we have Servers Ultimate. If you don't know what Servers Ultimate is, I'm sorry. That app alone could take an hour to explain. Great app, root-only access. Go check it out. Normal Settings app, Normal Sheets, SHOU. This is a Android screen recording app specifically for games that I keep telling myself I'm going to play with. It's there. I haven't played with it yet. Sleep for Android. This is a high-end Android alarm clock solution. Really good app and can integrate with Android Wear app so you can help monitor sleep. Cool app, really cool developer. We interviewed him on the show. Next we have Sleeping Prince. This is a game I'm going to review for Android App Addict. So far it's okay. A lot of ragdoll physics. Then we have Google Slides, nothing special. Smart Taskbar. This is my app. If you look here in the very top right, there's a little nub. In any app, I can click that, and I can launch any app I want without having to go back to my home screen. I always have this app installed. I love it. Then we have Street View, YouTube Studio. This allows me to see people who comment on my videos near instantaneously. It also tells me some interesting YouTube stats, so I keep it around. Swap a Price. This is my go-to app whenever I want to get that itch and look at devices. Great devices, great prices. If you don't know about Swappa, go to swappa.com, look at it, see what kind of stuff you can find. Good app. Okay, Talk. This is the app that lets me basically SMS, like chat, with local businesses. So I can ask questions. I don't have to drive. I don't have to call up. This is a third-party service. I can basically open it up and connect to any local store and say, do you have barbecue bologna? And they will seriously answer me, even though I really hope they don't have that. Beneath that, we have, next we have Tanagram. This is a different desktop, this is a different web browser, keeping it around just to play with it. Normal TeamViewer. Okay, quick support was so I could remote into other Android devices or let someone remote into this Android device. TeamViewer is the full app to let me remote out. So I have that installed always. Next we have Tiny RSS. This is my personal RSS, like Feedly Google Reader. Just works really good. TouchPal, this is my default keyboard. I'm just a fan of it. I use it. I like it. After that, we have Uber. You know what Uber is. I have it installed. A unified remote, really interesting application that allows me to use my phone as a remote control for all kinds of all kinds of computers, or like laptops and stuff, or like a portable mouse. Very interesting app. Very cool. You should check it out. Unshortened, takes short URLs and expands them. Makes my phone browsing a little bit safer. Then I have Voxer, instant anywhere on the go voice chats with all my people, all my friends, all my family, everybody. Just works really good. Google Wallet installed by default. Wi-Fi analyzer. Love this tool. Helps me diagnose Wi-Fi issues wherever I'm at. Exposed Gel. This is a exposed module that helps customize the Google Now launcher. Installed always by default for me. Then we have YouTube. Then we have YouTube Gaming. I keep telling myself I'm going to check that out. Zazzle. This is where I host my Podnutz clothing and merchandise. So I have that app installed. And then last but not least, we have Zedge. Zedge is a place where I go for all my phone ringtone and notification sounds needs. Been using this app for 3+ years. Works like a charm. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of apps. Okay, I'm going to make sure there's a listing of all the apps in the notes for this, and I want to thank everyone for watching, thank everyone for their support. That was a lot of apps. See ya.